Alright, yep. I managed to get him. Right. I'm basically just going to be showing you a lot of the ammunition that was used in what World War One and World War Two. So Lord, when it's be edifying. I haven't got long. See if we can get to at least if we can get to a 49 minutes or whatever. That'd be good. We're just gonna flow with the spirit. See what we can find. You know. Okay. Right now we got what is this? What is this? Okay. Catapults. You can see we're gonna get straight to the point as well. All right. And it's apparently a car in Baghdad that got blew up in Iraq. Or Esau blew up. Okay. As the scripture says in what John 10 and 10, the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and to destroy. And this is an example of that. Right. And the ancient rocket systems, you know. Okay, and as you can see here, you've got the tanks, right? You know, I'm being a little bit discreet when I do this. Remember what the scripture says, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Right, you see this here. On every one of these, it's got the title describing what tank it is. T3 tank, Soviet tank design. The Soviet was what, Russia, right? And Russia, they're still in that Cold War spirit. Okay, this tank was built in Slovakia in 1954. It was later sold to Egypt and captured by the Israeli forces during 1973. Right? Arab-Israel war. Brother should know about that. It was acquired, right? And why was it an Arab-Israeli war? Because they were warring for that land. It was acquired by WW1 in the late 1970s. The T-34 was highly successful Soviet tank design of Second World War, right? And it just giving you a synopsis of what was really upon, right? So this is it right here. Soviet tank, Russia, right? And what does Russia represent? The bear. Okay. So we're done with that. See what else we can find. You know, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Okay. All right, so this is the First World War bit now, the ships, right? And in Revelations 18, it talks about what the traders and the merchants buy ships. So this is just an example of that. Right. First World War. So lucky. I don't really want people all up on the camera, so lucky. But we're gonna get straight to it. Right. As the Britain as the 20th century dawned, this is basically Britain's advancement. Okay, in the 1800s, they were dominant in maritime. Right. In other words, what the ship. Right. Because how was America established? By Britain, right? Just a lot of little things there. And basically this is what's it? The British cavalry. I'm gonna get straight to it. Big thing here. Alright.
One month later, Austria-Hungary, with German encouragement, declares war on Serbia. Other powers intervene, taking sides against each other. Russia decides to stand up for the Serbs. Germany backs its only reliable ally, Austria-Hungary. These powers are willing to risk war to defend or extend their own national interests. Leaders prepare their armies. Germany strikes first, declaring war on Russia.
This is just
and then on Russia's allies.
some of the apparel. As you can see.
Britain has no obligation to mind its They fear a victorious hostile Germany would dominate Europe, threatening Britain's national security and vital trade. The world's balancing.
As you can see here, more weaponry. Basically, this is just a paper knife, okay, which was made from the fragment of one shell fired at Belgian forts. All right, and these were some of the effects of war. All right, traumatized. People were traumatized, man. War ain't a joke. You know, this is real.
28th of June 1913.
This is real. Zoom up on this. Bullet wound to a man's arm. Oh. And basically this image here, as you can see, a bullet wound to the man's arm. Look how his arm's exploded. Serious stuff here. And basically this is you know, different science, different forms of propaganda being used. There's so much, so brothers, I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch everything because I'll be in there forever. You know? It really brings you close to what was actually happening at that moment. You know? All right, let's keep moving, let's keep moving. You can see old barbed wire. And a tool for digging, right? And it will also protect what the soldiers from what bullets as well in the trenches. Oh, there's so much here. There's so much here. check this out. Excuse me, just a minute. See that? All this weaponry and cogged circuit iron to crush the hardest square head skulls. Wow. So a lot of these tools were actually penetrating through what? The helmets. Look at all the stuff they had. You got the grenade, stabbing. Look at this. This is basically the British sniper role. The sniper apparel. Right? That's why it's in camouflage, blending. A few more things I want to get as well, and that's it. Alright. And this is just some things they left behind. Keep it moving. And this is the gas. Alright. Each different gas was used, and the worst of the gases was with mustard gas, right? Which would actually inflame your skin, you know. You know, and a lot of this gas was unrecognizable, as you can see here. See, it mentions it as well, mustard gas blinded and burnt, you know, which goes back to biological warfare. And this is basically the alarm to sound, you know, for a gas attack.
I think we shall, most of us, be agreed that it would be impossible for us to allow our army to be destroyed by such agencies without ourselves resorting.
Basically, these are the different masks to protect you from the gas attack. Right? Biological warfare is real. Alright, see what else we can find. Possibly. Check this out. Let me just. All these little powers hate one another cordially, but when the carcass is ready to be cut up, each wants a big and juicy as a slice of meat. And basically, what's this? Feed in the front, recruitments, and these were basically the supplies that were needed in the recruitments. Alright, we're going to speed it up. And more, this is what the industrial, revolution, the workers, the women workers, and the ammunitions, alright, being stocked, being prepared. Soldiers in the trenches, and that's how we're supposed to be. The scripture says, he that's in this world doesn't entangle himself with the affairs of this world, right? Again, in the trenches. And this is let's say the army rationing, as you can see by here. It's going to be the same thing that's going to happen. You got the weapons. Maybe about artillery. Check this out.
Woke up with a tremendous start and found it was a kitten which hit him in the face, and the purring had been machine.
These are dreadful days. The German experts of summit. Right. All right. See what else we can get. It's more, more propaganda. See. Basically, it's the rationing, more rationing, and the food. You had biscuits, pork, tomato sauce. And most of it had to be tin food, because tin food lasts longer, right? So the same thing. Expect the same thing to happen in these times. Rationing, as the scripture says, there shall be what is it? They shall walk 1, 2, 2 and fro. But that's actually the famine of the word, but so they're going to be doing that for food as well. Right? Isaiah 19 and 19. Okay. They shall eat the flesh of what every man's arm. And cannibalism is happening as well in World War II, and World War I. Right? So these things, this is a reality. Alright. Read this, the rats interrupted me. Yeah, fucking world. One came and looked at me and screwed it. Oh Lord. This was the real thing.